Well, we've started week 2. It's day 8 in the 21-day fitness challenge with Life Pro users. Today, I'm featuring the RumbleX Max whole body vibration platform. And if you've not tried it yet, or if you are ready to upgrade from a Waver or a Turbo or a Hover or the Rhythm, the RumbleX Max can pack a real punch. So that being said, we're going to start this week with some kickboxing type movements from a seated position. You are going to need 3-pound weights, or if you're wanting something with a little bit more advancement, you're going to go with 5-pound weights. I don't recommend any heavier than 5-pound weights. If you are comfortable with lifting heavier weights, even with movement, 5 pounds with punching or jabbing, however you want to call it, is going to be a lot on the neck and shoulders. We don't want to hurt anybody, so we want to make sure that you are using very smooth, controlled movements. I'm going to show you how to get started. If you don't have dumbbells at home, you can also reach for your bottles of water and use those as weights. When I was first training years ago with Jillian Michaels for personal training, we ended up having to use water bottles for weights instead of dumbbells because we didn't have enough for all of us to go around. And you'd be surprised how quickly just a bottle of water will make your arms sore when you're moving for 10-15 minutes at a time. So that being said, get your bottles of water or get your weights or get your soup cans, whatever it is you're going to use for your resistance, for your punching, and we're ready to get going. So you're going to choose whichever level you want or whichever program you want to use with your platform. For the RumbleX Max, I'm just going to turn it on to the P15, if I remember right. I'm just going to be in a seated position. I'm going to teach you from a standing position how you're going to hold your weights. So we're going to hold one weight in each hand, almost like you're holding 2 hammers, and we're going to keep those out right in front of us, and you're going to push the weight away from you and bringing it back, push the weight away, bring it back. So you're thinking about pushing through the wall, okay? You can push straight up and down if you choose to, totally up to you, but most important thing is don't make it so forceful that you're locking your elbow out. Make sure that you've got control and you're able to bring that weight right back to you. We're gonna go with some other movements where we're working to the side, so we can go high, low, or we can go high, low here to the side. So we go high, low, okay? However you wanna do that. So that being said, let's get going. I'm gonna use 3-pound weights, but again, if you want to go with 5s, you can use 5-pound dumbbells in each hand for your heaviest max. I'm going to go ahead and get my RumbleX Max started on the P15 level. And push start, and we are ready to roll. So all it is, we're just sitting up nice and tall, and we're pushing forward, bringing the weight back in. Pushing forward, bring the weight back in. If you want to keep the hands straight up and down like you're holding hammers, push, okay? So we're just getting comfortable with rhythm. If you have pain in your elbow right here, the rotation of the weight might increase the discomfort of that just a little bit. So we just want to make sure that we are using nice and controlled movements, nothing forceful where we're hyperextending the elbow or where we're losing control at the end point. Now from here, if you want to work this from a tennis elbow standpoint, so if you're dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome or you're working with tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, you can push out very slow, rotate, bring it back in, push out, rotate, bring it back in. Think about sloth speed. Super slow motion. So there's several different ways we can do this. Super slow, okay? Or we can speed it up and go a little bit faster so we get some fun music in the background where you're jabbing back and forth, driving that energy, letting out all that stress. Feels good, right? So from here, we can go high, low, like we're trying to punch the wall, 2 different targets, okay, high, low. Don't accidentally punch your face. I've done that before. I teach a lot of kickboxing, so high, low, nice and controlled, Okay, now, If you're having pain with taking that weight away from your body, again, we can go really slow control. Bring that wrist up, bring it back down, and pull it back in. Push the wrist away, push the weight away, extend that wrist, bring it back down, pull it back in. Push, give me a little wrist wave, bring it back in, pull it back, push out, extend, back, and in. Now, to make this a little more challenging, think about smoothing out that towel that we did yesterday with our booty, okay? And again, we're just getting into a little bit more of an aggressive punching formation. We call this a jab. We're aiming for somebody's nose, punching right into the nose. Not telling you to go do that to anybody, but if you have something to think about to make it more interesting, it makes that 10 minutes go by much faster. Getting that heart rate up, but we're still getting nice and control movements. From here, we can go high, low. We can go high, low, slow motion. Okay, high, low. If you want to go high, bring it in. Low, bring it in. High, bring it in. Low, bring it in. Whatever works for you. Most important thing, we don't want you to feel pain when you're doing any of these exercises. We want you to have fun. We want you to have a pleasant experience. But I will tell you, anytime we're doing any kind of kickboxing movement, especially with jabs, you might be a little sore tomorrow, and that is totally normal. So if you are sore tomorrow, keep moving because it pushes that toxicity out of your body. It keeps the muscles and the connective tissue moving and happy, and make you feel better within the next 48 hours. So thank you all so much for watching. Can't wait to share with you what's on for day 9, so make sure and come back and see me tomorrow. Have a great day and keep moving.